Have you ever had that feeling? You step off the plane, you're excited, but there's also this little knot of anxiety. You're in a new English-speaking country.
Oh, absolutely. The sounds are different, the signs might look familiar, but maybe the meaning isn't quite clear.
Yeah, and the chatter all around you just becomes this kind of wall of sound. Suddenly you feel like you're watching a movie, but you've lost the subtitles.
It's a really common experience, that sense of being an observer, on the outside looking in. It can feel a bit isolating.
Right.
But the good news is, it doesn't have to stay that way. Language, even just a few key phrases, is that bridge. It takes you from watching to actually participating.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. This isn't just going to be a vocabulary list. Think of it more like a linguistic survival kit.
I like that, a survival kit.
Yeah, we're doing a deep exploration of 10 really foundational English phrases, the kind that can genuinely unlock interactions, turn those potentially stressful moments into something manageable.
And maybe even turn a simple transaction, like buying coffee, into a real human connection.
Exactly. So our mission here is to give you the tools you need to navigate, to ask questions, to order food, connect with people, and just handle, whatever your travels throw at you, even if you're not fluent yet.
It's really about building that initial confidence, understanding not just the words themselves, but the feeling behind them, the nuances. You honestly don't need perfect grammar.
Effort goes a long way, right?
It really does. Effort and politeness are often much more important than perfect sentences.
Okay, so let's unpack this kit. Where should we start? Maybe with the absolute basics of just being polite.
Definitely. Let's start with what I call the twin pillars of politeness. Hello and thank you.
The twin pillars. Okay.
These are the absolute bedrock. They might seem simple, almost too simple, but they signal respect, warmth, goodwill. Just using them makes every single interaction that follows run more smoothly.
It's funny how these things we learn as kids are still so powerful they cost nothing. But as you said, they kind of oil the engine of social interaction.
Precisely. Think about it. If you walk into a shop and just point without a hello, it can feel a bit abrupt, maybe even demanding.
Yeah, it sets the wrong tone immediately.
Whereas a simple hello or good morning just opens the door. It acknowledges the other person.
So hello is the standard, but there are variations depending on formality and time of day.
Right. Hello works pretty much anytime. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening are slightly more formal and obviously time-specific.
And then the casual ones. Hi.
Hey.
Hi is super common, very versatile, friendly, but still polite. Hey is definitely more informal, probably best for people you know, or very relaxed settings.
Okay. And what about how are you? I hear that used almost like a greeting itself sometimes.
Yes, that's a key point. Often, especially in the U.S., how are you functions just like hello. The expected answer isn't a detailed report on your life.
Right. Not your full medical history. Exactly. A simple, good, thanks, how are you, or fine, thanks, and you is usually perfect. It's more of a social ritual.
That's a really useful tip, actually. Easy to get caught out there.
No.
Now, the other pillar, thank you.
Equally essential. The standard is just thank you, or the slightly more casual thanks.
But sometimes you want to express more gratitude, right? Like if someone really helps you out.
Absolutely. That's when you'd use thank you so much or thanks a lot. And for something really significant, I really appreciate it, sounds very sincere.
It adds that extra layer of sincerity.
It does. And then there's a more culturally specific one you might hear, particularly in the UK or Australia.
You mean cheers?
Exactly. Cheers often just means thanks. It's informal, friendly, very common in pubs, but also in shops, cafes.
Yeah, I love that one. So if you're traveling there, don't be surprised if someone says cheers when you hold the door.
Yeah.
They just mean thanks.
Let's walk through a quick example. Say, you go into a cafe, barista. Good morning, you. Good morning. I'd like a latte, please. They make it, hand it over, you. Thank you, barista. You're welcome. Have a nice day.
See? Simple, smooth, pleasant. The good morning and thank you are like the glue holding it together.
Conversational glue, that's a good way to put it.
Okay, moving on. Phrase number 2. This one is a real multi-tool for navigating spaces and getting attention politely. Excuse me.
Oh, this one is magic. Seriously, it lets you interrupt someone or get past them without causing offense. Think about a crowded train or shop aisle.
Just trying to shoulder past someone feels really aggressive.
Right. But a simple, excuse me, signals, hey, I need to get by, or I need your attention for a second, but politely.
So what are the main situations where you'd use it?
I see 3 main uses. 1, physically getting past someone. 2, getting someone's attention like a waiter or a stranger if you need to ask for directions.
Okay.
And 3, sometimes to sort of politely preface an interruption if you need to join a conversation briefly.
And the tone here is important, isn't it? I feel like "excuse me" can sound quite different.
Hugely important. A gentle, slightly rising intonation, excuse me, sounds polite, like a question.
Right.
But a sharp falling intonation, excuse me, can sound impatient, even annoyed. It's a subtle shift, but it makes a big difference in perception.
Yeah, that's a great point. Now, common confusion point, versus "I'm sorry." They seem similar, but they're used differently, right?
Yes, and it's a really useful distinction. Generally, it comes before you do something potentially inconvenient, before you squeeze past, before you ask your question. It's like a polite warning shot.
A heads up.
Exactly. Whereas "I'm sorry" typically comes after you've done something wrong or inconvenient, like bumping into someone or spilling something. One's proactive, the other's reactive.
So on that crowded street, it's "excuse me" to get past. But if you accidentally step on their foot,
Then it's, "Oh, so sorry."
which leads us perfectly into phrase number 3, "I'm sorry," the essential social lubricant.
And let's face it, travel isn't always smooth. You're going to make small mistakes. You might bump into someone, be a few minutes late for a tour, misunderstand something.
It happens.
It does. And "I'm sorry" is your instant repair tool. It's not about admitting huge failure. It's about showing you're aware, you're respectful, and you want to smooth things over. It diffuses tension immediately.
It's just acknowledging the little bumps in the road.
Yeah.
So what's the range here? From a little oops to something more serious.
For minor things, a little bump, maybe interrupting someone accidentally, a simple "sorry" or "oh, sorry about that" is fine. "Pardon me" is another option, maybe slightly more formal, often used in American English.
And informally.
Very informally, especially for a small mistake you made, you might hear "my mistake" or even "my bad." But stick to "sorry" or "I'm sorry" for general use.
Okay. And if it's a bit more significant.
And you escalate slightly, "I'm sorry," or with more emphasis, "I'm so sorry" or "I'm very sorry." For a really formal apology, perhaps in a business context, you might use "I'd like to apologize."
And it's not just for mistakes, is it? You can use "I'm sorry" in other ways, too.
That's right. You use it when you can't fulfill a request. "I'm sorry I don't have change," or "I'm sorry I'm actually a tourist too," if someone asks you for directions. Or if you don't understand something, "I'm sorry, my English isn't very good."
Ah, that's a useful one. And we have to mention the cultural quirk, especially with British or Canadian English, right? The almost reflexive "sorry."
Yes, where someone bumps into you and you say sorry.
It's not admitting fault at all, is it?
Not in the slightest. It's more like a shared acknowledgement of the awkward little moment. A way to smooth it over instantly without assigning blame, like a quick social reset.
So let's say you're in that cafe again. You accidentally knock your water over. You'd immediately say,
"Oh no, I'm so sorry." The staff will likely respond with "no problem" or "don't worry about it." Your quick, sincere apology just resolves the situation pleasantly.
okay, that covers the foundations of politeness. Now let's get practical. Navigating, finding things. Phrase 4 has got to be, where is the...
Your verbal compass. Absolutely essential. This is probably the phrase you'll use most often for practical purposes. Getting from A to B, finding facilities, it's your key to moving around.
It's your verbal GPS, as you said earlier. The basic structure is super simple. Excuse me, where is the place?
Yeah,
But knowing the right nouns to plug in is key.
definitely. You need transportation words. Train station, railway station, subway station or underground or tube in London, bus stop, airport, taxi stand.
And essential facilities.
Restroom, common in the US, or toilet, or maybe loo in the UK. ATM, or cash machine, pharmacy, or chemist. Important places like hospital, police station.
And just general tourist spots.
Things like the nearest supermarket, the city center, or downtown in North America, specific places like the Museum Day Museum, or just a tourist information office.
Okay, quick grammar point you mentioned.
Yeah.
A versus the. Seems small, but it matters.
It really helps clarify. Use a "the" for a specific unique place you know exists. Where's the National Gallery? But use "a" if you're looking for any example of a category. Where is a pharmacy near here?
Got it. The A for specific, A for general, and then understanding the answer. That's the next challenge.
Absolutely. Asking the question is step 1. You need follow-up questions ready. Is it far? Can I walk there? How many minutes? And my favorite. Have your map out and ask, could you please show me on the map?
That's brilliant. Visual aid.
And listen for those key direction words. Left, right, straight ahead, on the corner, across the street, next to the landmark, 2 blocks down.
Blocks, that's mainly North American, right? The distance between streets.
Yes, primarily. So if someone says 2 blocks, they mean walk past 2 street intersections.
Okay. Imagine you need that pharmacy. Excuse me, where is the nearest pharmacy? They say, go straight 2 blocks, turn left at the lights, it's on your right. You repeat back, okay, 2 blocks, left at lights, on the right, thank you.
Exactly. Repeating it back confirms you understood.
All right, phrase 5. Equally practical, especially when traveling on a budget. How much is this?
Your budgeter's best friend.
Yeah.
Yes. Travel means spending money, buying things, tickets, food. You need to know the cost up front. This phrase gives you that financial clarity.
So the basic is, how much is this? What about for plurals or services?
How much are these, if you're pointing to multiple items? For tickets or entry fees, how much is a ticket to place, or how much is it for 2 adults? Or just pointing at something on a menu and asking, how much is this?
And understanding the answer requires knowing your numbers, obviously.
Yeah.
Especially those tricky teens versus Thai's 1330.
Yes, practice those. And know the local currency name, dollars, pounds, euros, and their smaller units like cents or pence.
Important follow-up questions here.
Definitely. Do you accept credit cards? Always good to know. And crucially, is tax included?
Ah, yes, the tax thing.
Yeah.
Big difference between, say, the U.S. and Europe.
Huge. In the U.S., the price tag usually doesn't include sales tax. It's added at the register. In the UK, Europe, Australia, the price you see is generally the price you pay, tax included. Knowing that avoids surprises.
That's a really practical tip. Now, what about bargaining? Can you haggle over the price?
Generally, no. In most shops, restaurants, department stores, in places like the US, UK, Canada, Australia, prices are fixed. Haggling isn't really done and might seem odd.
So don't try to bargain for your coffee.
Please don't. The main exception might be informal settings like street markets, flea markets, perhaps antique stalls. There, very light, friendly bargaining might be okay.
How would you do that politely?
You could ask, is that your best price? Or maybe offer slightly less, like, would you take 20 for this, if it's priced at 25? But keep it very relaxed and friendly. Be prepared for them to say no.
So at that souvenir stall,
Yeah.
you asked, how much is this? They say $25. You could try, would you consider $20? They might meet you halfway or stick to the price. It's a gentle negotiation, not a battle.
Exactly. Okay, phrase 6. This one's vital for, well, eating and drinking. I'd like, or can I have?
Yes. The key to getting fed,
Right.
we've all seen people just point or grunt coffee. Using I would like or can I have is so much more polite. It turns a demand into a request.
It really does. This is your go-to phrase in any cafe, restaurant, pub, or bar. The gold standard is, I'd like the item, please. Remember, I'd is short for I would.
I'd like a cappuccino, please.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Alternatives are, can I have item, please? Or the slightly more formal, could I have item, please? Even I'll have item, please works well.
And the magic word.
Always add please. It makes a huge difference. It's automatic politeness.
And the vocabulary you need for food and drink is vast. Just coffee shops.
Oh, it's a whole language. Espresso, latte, cappuccino, Americano, drip, iced tea with milk, sugar. For here to go,
And restaurants.
you need starter or appetizer, main course, dessert, side dish, asking for the bill or the check, understanding water options, tap water, which is usually free and safe to drink, or bottled still or sparkling.
Bars and pubs, too. Beer, a pint or half pint. Glass of wine, draft or bottle.
Yep. And don't forget, you can use this phrase to make modifications.
Oh, good point, like allergies or preferences.
Exactly. I'd like the chicken sandwich, but no mayonnaise, please. Or asking, does this contain nuts? Or can I have this with rice instead of potatoes?
So in a restaurant, good evening, I'd like the grilled fish, please. And can I have a glass of tap water? Smooth, clear, polite.
Perfect. You get exactly what you want without sounding demanding.
Okay, we've covered connecting politely and getting things we need. Part 3 is about tackling problems and staying safe. Phrase 7 is maybe one of the bravest, but most essential. I don't understand.
Brave is a good word because some people feel embarrassed to say it, but it's incredibly empowering. You will encounter situations where you're confused, fast speech, accents, new words.
And just nodding and smiling is dangerous.
It really is. You could end up on the wrong train, agree to pay more, get the wrong food order. Saying, I don't understand, isn't admitting failure. It's taking control of the communication to prevent mistakes. It's smart.
So how do you say it effectively without just stopping the conversation cold?
Start with, I'm sorry I don't understand. Adding, I'm sorry softens it. Then ask for what you need. Could you please speak more slowly? Is often the most helpful request.
Or just ask them to repeat it?
Could you repeat that, please? Absolutely. You can also give context. My English isn't very good, which usually makes people more patient and clearer.
What if it's just one word you missed?
Ask directly. What does the word mean? And if it involves numbers, addresses, names, anything easily misheard, asking, could you please write it down, is fantastic.
Having a little notepad and pen ready is a good idea then.
Definitely. And don't forget nonverbal cues. A slightly confused look. Tilting your head, it reinforces that you're trying but need help.
Imagine being at that busy train station ticket counter again. The agent rattles off information. Instead of panicking, you take a breath and say, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you please say it again a bit more slowly?
Exactly. That invites clarity, not frustration. It leads to getting the right information.
Okay. Phrase 8 is related to finding things, like where is. But for specifics within a place, do you have?
Yes, it's the cousin of where is. Where is finds the location do you have. Finds a specific item or service at that location. It saves you wandering around aimlessly.
So instead of just finding the pharmacy, you ask inside the pharmacy.
Excuse me, do you have any pain relief? Or in a clothing shop, do you have this sweater in a medium? In a restaurant, do you have any vegetarian options?
And in a hotel, what kind of things might you ask for?
Lots. Do you have a city map? Do you have Wi-Fi? Followed by, is it free or what's the password? Do you have an adapter I could borrow? Do you have a quieter room available?
Or in a cafe, do you have soy milk? Or do you have a menu in Spanish?
It's direct, efficient, and covers so many situations.
And the alternative, can I get, works here too, right?
Yes, can I get is also very common and polite. Can I get a map is fine. They're pretty interchangeable in many contexts.
Let's say you're hunting for that specific travel adapter. You go into an electronics store. Excuse me, do you have travel adapters for the UK? They can point you right to them. Efficient.
Very. Okay, phrase 9 is for those spontaneous moments. Do you have any availability?
For when you haven't booked ahead.
Exactly. Maybe you want to stay an extra night, join a tour leaving soon, or try to get into a popular restaurant without a reservation. This is the standard, polite way to ask if there's space or openings.
How do you adapt it?
For a hotel, walk in and ask, do you have any availability for tonight? If yes, you follow up, I need a single room for one night. How much is it?
And for tours or activities?
Do you have any availability for the city tour tomorrow? Then maybe how many spots are left? Or what time does it start?
What about restaurants? Can you just walk in and ask this?
You can try. Do you have any availability for a table for 2 tonight? Or often, more simply, you walk up to the host and say, a table for 2, please. That implies the question.
And theater tickets.
Same idea. Do you have any availability for tonight's show? Then ask about seat types or prices.
It really opens up possibilities for spontaneity, doesn't it? You spot a charming hotel, walk in. Do you have any availability for tonight? They say, yes, 1 room left. Suddenly, your plans change in a delightful way.
Exactly. It allows for that flexibility. Which brings us to our final phrase, number 10. This one's different. It's your safety net. Your emergency call. Can you help me?
This isn't for finding the bathroom or ordering coffee. This signals you're in trouble, you need assistance you can't manage alone.
Precisely. It's simple, direct, and universally understood as a request for immediate help. Just knowing you can say this provides a huge sense of security when traveling.
And tone is critical here, more than ever.
Absolutely critical. A calm, questioning, excuse me, can you help me, might be for a broken ticket machine. But a stressed, urgent, can you help me, clearly signals a real problem or emergency.
And you need to follow it immediately with the problem, right? Keep it simple.
Yes. Can you help me? I'm lost. Can you help me? I've lost my wallet. Can you help me? I need a doctor. Can you help me? I need the police. Clear, concise.
Who should you ask?
For minor issues, maybe just an approachable-looking person, but for serious problems, lost passport, feeling unsafe, needing medical help, look for someone in authority.
Like police officers, hotel staff.
Exactly. Hotel concierge or front desk staff are excellent resources. Security guards, train station staff, information desk employees, even shopkeepers. They're usually better equipped or know who to call.
Imagine that nightmare scenario. You realize your passport is gone. You're panicking. You go to the hotel desk, look the person in the eye, and say clearly and urgently, can you help me? Please, I've lost my passport.
That simple phrase cuts through everything. It tells them immediately, this is serious, I need assistance. They can then guide you on contacting your embassy, filing a report, etc. It unlocks the help you desperately need.
So those are our 10 foundational phrases. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have, and hopefully it's clear this was more than just a list. We talked about tone, context, follow-up questions, cultural notes, equipping that linguistic survival kit properly.
These phrases really are keys, aren't they? Hello and thank you, unlock goodwill. Excuse me, I'm sorry, unlock social harmony.
Where is and do you have? Unlock the physical world. How much is this? And I'd like. Unlock commerce and dining.
And I don't understand, and can you help me? Are those crucial keys for clarity and safety.
And remember, the goal isn't perfection. No one expects flawless pronunciation or grammar.
Right, it's the effort, the politeness, the smile. That's what people respond to. You're building a bridge with these phrases.
So our hope is that you can take this kit, step off that plane next time feeling not anxious, but equipped, confident that you have the basic tools to navigate, to ask, to connect.
You're not just a tourist behind a wall of silence anymore.
Hmm.
With these phrases, you're a traveler, ready to engage, ready to speak, and really ready to experience the world more fully.